Time honors your greatness, she said. Shellyann Fraser-Pryce is nothing under a phenomenal woman.
But do you think Shellyann Fraser-Pryce would have achieved what she has now had she stayed at the MVP track club? Or do you think the Lean Performance track club was necessary for Shellyann to evolve in her career? Viewers and subscribers, welcome back to the channel. In this video, we're gonna share with you the real reasons we think Shellyann Fraser-Pryce left the MVP and Steve Francis. Firstly, I just want to give a warm welcome to Oshin. Oshin, welcome back to the channel.
Hey guys, I'm excited to be here again with you guys on the channel. I enjoyed the discussion we had the last time, and today we're moving on to some greater things. We're looking on some reasons that why we think Shellyann Fraser-Pryce could have really decided to leave the MVP club and move over to the Elite Performance Track Club. And if we as Jamaicans, the viewers, and we're looking on her performance, really think that this has been beneficial to her. So guys, we're just looking forward to hearing your section as well, your thoughts, your opinions. So yeah, man.
Yeah, on that note, you guys, remember you are also part of this discussion. Remember to like the video, share to get my content out there, and also subscribe to help to build the Tyrrell community. Alright, now as the title states, the real reasons Shellyann Fraser-Pryce moved from the MVP to the Elite Performance Track Club. Now these comments are basically our opinion, so I don't want anyone to say that Shellyann said this or Steve Francis came out and said this. No, these are our opinions and what we speculate.
Right, so just don't quote us on it, guys, but we really do have reasons why we think that these could definitely be some of the key reasons why she moved over from MVP to the Elite Track Club.
No, as we all know, Shellyann and Elaine were once together at the MVP, and to many persons they thought that Elaine was getting more out of Steve Francis opposing to Shellyann Fraser-Pryce.
Okay.
Yeah, so I think Shellyann believed that her career has more
potential,
and she thought that she needed a different environment in order to grow.
Right. Wow, that right there is very deep, because for me, she realized that Elaine Thompson was also at in the prime of her career, and I think Stephen Francis also recognized that. Now, as Tyrrell stated, she was now not being given the same amount or level of attention, and I believe that being two great women, and both of them were really performing well. Yes, we know Shellyann had a baby, but that still did not deter her from putting in the work. But Stephen Francis training two pivotal women in the entire track history, he's now having to share his attention and resources, and I believe the both of them would not get the same amount of resources. One will get more than the other, and I think in this sense Shellyann was getting less. I believe that, from my opinion, Stephen Francis recognized that Shellyann would have reached a great level of success in her career, and so Elaine deserved the chance, and Elaine was also coming to the forefront to do just that. So in my opinion, as a coach, he's now looking on that, okay, what I can do is maximize on Elaine and pull whatever I can from Shellyann. But Shellyann understood that this was not the end of the road for her career, that there was greater. And so I believe that she refused to settle. And that's the thing, people, we have to understand where we are in our lives and understand that, okay, this is not it. I refuse to settle. I refuse to settle for less, because I know that there is a greater part of me that I'm yet to attain. And I believe with all of my might that Shellyann understood that. So with that being said, let me just even put this in that we too, this is not just a community to talk about people lifestyle and athletes and all of that, but I just want to leave this with you two guys, that wherever you are in your life, understand where you are, understand that, listen, you are not yet at the best of your career, you're not at the best of yourself yet, and do not allow anyone to dictate that over you. Know where you are and understand where you are, and take the necessary steps in order to get there. And I think that's exactly what Shellyann did.
Oisin perfectly said. I agree with that.
Right.
Yeah, she wanted more for herself, and she decided to move on in order to be where she is now. Now, my Tyrrell community, if you look into Shellyan's career, things that Shellyann desired at the MVP track club, she was now able to achieve those stuff at the Elite Performance Track Club. One of the first cards that we will pull is the fact that she dreamt of running 10.6, but she was unsuccessful in doing so during those years. Quick
question, was that 10.6 that she dreamt, it was while she was with MVP, but when she moved over now to the Elite Performance Track Club, she was able to do that?
Yes, you're correct. Definitely so.
Okay.
At the Elite Performance Track Club, Renalda Walcott has brought out the best in her in terms of her sprinting mechanics and her top end speed.
So when you talk about top end speed, explain a little bit more on that for all of us in the Tyrrell community.
Yes, when I say top end speed, I mean like how she finishes her races. When you compare her finishes at the MVP Track Club to now at the Elite Performance Track Club, we see growth, and we see her maintaining and balancing properly.
So she now
on
has
the
stronger
track.
Finishes, at Elite Club than she had at MVP.
Yes, you have just hit the nail on its head.
So this new coach, Renalda Walcott, can be credited for all of this, because now we see where, growing up, I've always seen Shellyann as a fast starter, but when it comes to her finishes, that was where the disadvantage was. But Walcott was now able to help her to nip that in the bud, and we see where she has mastered that and is really gearing towards a faster sprinter.
Yes, let us take more things into perspective. The Laureus Sports Award.
Right.
Shellyann Fraser-Pryce had been nominated a lot of times when she was at the MVP, but she wasn't able to come out on top.
Right.
Now at the Elite Performance Track Club, she was definitely able to accomplish a dream.
Wow. So we see where she partnered with Walcott and was able to attain such a prestigious award to her name. And sometimes it brings me back to my first point. Sometimes we really do partner with some people, and yes, they're for that season, but Shellyann Fraser-Pryce understood where she wanted to go, and so she understood what partnerships and what connections she had to make in order to really attain to her highest level of her career.
Correcto.
Look at him, Mr. Spanish man. Correcto. Which means ladies and gentlemen, correct.
Yeah. And I would like to bring one more thing to the forefront. Shellyann Fraser-Pryce had a toe injury in 2016, and the following year she gave birth to her son Zion. To be honest, those were setbacks, and any coach would take these things into consideration.
Right. So you're saying that what Francis recognized was that now Shellyann had these setbacks, he could now pull on Elaine to really maximize on her winnings and really her self-development as an athlete. I think what he took into consideration was that Shellyann really achieved a lot, and that could have been the end of her career, or even if it wasn't the end of her career, it would have taken a while for her to come back. But Shellyann knew what she was about. She understood her assignment, and I think she went all the way for it, and she understood that in order for her to get to where she wanted to be, she had to really, make certain connections and really get the right resources that she needed as an individual, as a career woman to really achieve that which she set out to achieve from the get-go.
And to add to that, Osheen, Shellyann Fraser-Pryce had a goal to retire at a certain age. She also had a sub-goal to achieve 3 gold medals in 100 meters, just like Usain Bolt. But to do just that, she had to maximize on those setback seasons, make the necessary connections and decisions in order to reach the pinnacle in her career. So those are some of the underlying reasons we think Shellyann Fraser-Pryce thought about in 2021 to move from the MVP to the elite performance track club. Guys, as usual, we really want to hear your thoughts on this because it's very important. Remember to like the video, share to get my content out there, and also subscribe to FTB Material Community.
Like a candle, we're out.